I'm not as sold on Jalen Hurts as seemingly Jeffrey Lurie is, Mr. Lurie is, because if you project his numbers out, he would have been sacked more, fumbled more, thrown more interceptions, had a worse completion percentage than Carson Wentz. Based on the 4 games, if you project that out over a full season, Jalen Hurts would have been worse than Carson Wentz. The offensive line isn't very good, and I'm being nice. The skill positions aren't very good. I'm being nice. It's going to Skip, they're going to have to do an overhaul. That's basically what they have to do. Skip, the offensive line has gotten old. They re-signed Kelsey. Kelsey's still good. But Lane Johnson is coming off injury. Jason Peters gone. Brooks, the all-pro guard, has had his 2 injuries. He's missed 2 of the last 3 years, Skip. And the guy that they drafted in the first round to replace Jason Peters at left tackle, he missed the entirety of last season. So the offensive line needs major work. The skill position need upgrading. It looks like Zach Ertz is going to be out of there, and Goddard is going to be the full-time starter at tight end. They work best, Skip, when they could run the football, and they were using that 2 tight end set. So to answer Jenny's question, this was the right decision. I also believe this was the only decision. In order for you to show that you believe in him, you cannot bring another quarterback in to compete with him because you're saying he's not that. But I have concerns with Jalen Hurts. You know why, Skip? Because the players that Tua and Mac Jones were very successful with, Jalen Hurts didn't throw the ball like that. He was throwing to Jerry Jeudy. He was throwing to Henry Ruggs. He was throwing to Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith. Jalen Hurts had those guys. And at what point did Jalen Hurts ever look like Tua and Mac Jones throwing the football?
When he went to Lincoln Riley. Did you watch him when he played for the University of Oklahoma?
Skip, you had that. Whew. You had that. Those guys was 40 touchdowns and 4 picks.
Did you see him throwing to CeeDee Lamb?
Oh, my God. I saw him throwing in the Eagles uniform last year.
When CeeDee was all he had, it was CeeDee or bust. And he busted up a lot of defenses. He won a bunch of football games. I posted on social it was within a minute or 2 of him getting drafted in the 2nd round. He will play the position better than Carson Wentz can play it. He is a much better natural-born leader of a locker room.
I won't argue that.
He's Dak-like in that he just takes over a locker room. He took over the Oklahoma program in 1 year there. So the point was, yes, he's better than Carson just as an overall performer of the position. You're right. If you extrapolate the numbers out, they're horrible. But what did your eye test tell you? He got thrown into the fire against the number 4 ranked defense of the New Orleans Saints, albeit at home. And what did he do? He beat the Saints that day, and I thought he was really good in that game. He was not good at Arizona, but he came to Dallas, and it became a shootout, and I thought he was really good in that game. He scared me as a Cowboy fan. And then against Washington, I thought he was playing pretty well up to the point they're down 17-14 going to the 4th quarter. And his nutty coach, who had sort of gone over the edge, like they just lost old Dougie P, and he puts Nate Sudfeld in for Jalen Hurts. Well, that was the end of Doug Peterson, right? That just cinched it. You're out. So going forward, it's kind of Tebow-esque. Not that Jalen is Tim Tebow, but he has that kind of impact where you watch him throw and you say, well, that's not great. He's a better passer than Tim Tebow. But again, on intangibles, he wins with playmaking. He wins with his legs. He wins with just making that move at that time or that throw or whatever it takes to win a football game. So to me, will Jalen Hurts ever make a Pro Bowl? I doubt it. It's possible, but I'm going to bet against it. But can you win a bunch of games? Could you win this division with Jalen Hurts? Yes, you could.
But no, that's not good enough. You make this move, you got to win this. I mean, it's all about winning Super Bowl. But the question is, look, Skip, I want my quarterback to be a voice or be a presence in the locker room. And you said he took over the locker room. I need him to take over the football field. I need to see better numbers. When I extrapolate his numbers, they can't be worse than the guy that he replaced.
No. I got it, but the guy he replaced was really having a hard time turning the football over.
Yes, but if you think, let that sink in for just a second. The guy that he replaced that was turning the football over, be it fumbles and interception, completion percentage was awful, QBR was awful. Jalen Hurts, had he played the equivalent games, would have been worse.
He was 52% completions. I got it. But I still like him better than I ever liked Carson Wentz.
Yeah, because you know,
you're a guy.
You know what walking to him did to you.
No, he walked all the way to Indianapolis. That's where he walked.
But not before he won 2 divisions and got a Super Bowl. He did do that.
Won 2 divisions.
Won 2 division titles.
Did he play in the playoffs?
2 division titles.
Yeah, I think he's thrown like
Skip,
3
don't do that.
playoff passes.
Skip, don't do that. Don't do that. Look, they didn't have to now. Okay, I'm not going to say anything about the Super Bowl run because he wasn't there. But they had the division wrapped up by the time he got hurt.
He would not have won that.
Sorry.
Okay. There'll be plenty of storylines in
That's
the
your only saving grace.
season. I'm not worried about that. But how about with the Cowboys? Are the expectations Super Bowl or bust in Dallas now that the deal's done with Dak? We'll break it down next.
No mercy, no mercy.